Day on Melbourne lockdown Monday. Oh, sending so much love to all of you in Melbourne or Victoria. To be more precise, at the moment, what are you in? Today, day 5, day 4. Sending you so much love. My whole family's in Melbourne or Victoria, and I grew up in Victoria and absolutely love it. And one of the best things about Victoria is it's a beautiful landscape. So anyway, sending you all so much love in Victoria. Helen Pocock, good morning to you. This really is a post of gratitude today. I am going to talk about mastering the art of gratitude, which I do speak about in the book, but I really didn't. I'm not going to say I didn't have time. That is exactly against all kind of values and beliefs in my world. The book has been available publicly to the world for a week, and I feel like last night was the first time where life had slowed down just enough to, or maybe my headspace was in the right place to just sit back and reflect, probably more on the week, but also just a little bit longer. And so today, on Monday, whilst we're all ramped up and getting started on the, for a big week, I do want to talk about how do we master the art of gratitude, not just doing gratitude, but also being grateful, because it's not something that I actually find that easy. Fiona Davis, you're on your way to collect your book. Woohoo! I'm on my way to post some books today. I've had a lot of orders come in over the last 24 hours, but I have a little process down here. This is Joe Witten's book, but I have a whole process. I have some bookmarks, and then I have a box of books, and I have this little process which includes signing. You know that label you've got to sign on the envelopes, where you have to tell them that it's not, you don't have bombs in there. Often I have little moments that I forget to sign that. So now I print the labels, I stick them on the envelopes, I sign it, then I sign the book, I put the bookmark in, I pop it in the envelope, pop it in a box anyway. Boring details. But speaking of boring details, I still don't know. I find it weird to give myself a copy of the book. So I'm still referring to the mock copy, which is like the cheaper print. All of the other good ones are down there. But anyway, I'm rambling already, and it's Monday. Mastering the art of gratitude by way of doing gratitude and being grateful. We are a little bit obsessed in the world with doing gratitude. We're all writing in our gratitude journals, and we're saying, what we're grateful for. But being grateful is a whole different ballgame. And I said to Sarah last night, I was like, oh my gosh, babe, I did all the maths on the book and how many I'd sold, obviously including pre-orders, which was over the course of 3 or 4 weeks. And I said, babe, I've sold 740 books, maybe 741. And she was like, Sarah Bear's my biggest champion. She's like my biggest cheerleader. She gets this smile. If you have or you've had an intimate partner, there's a smile and then there's a smile. And she has this smile when she's really, really happy and overcome with joy. And she was so happy for me. And I think it was just this moment where I was like, I hadn't really, the pace of life had been so big all week that I hadn't really stopped to smell the roses. And just enjoy for a moment what has been a wonderful week. You're getting all these messages from people where the book's arriving, getting messages from Fiona that, she's happy that she's on the way to buy a book or to collect a book from the post office, and people buy a book and they're all happy. And I've got, family and family friends and just people that have been listening to podcasts that I've been doing for years that come out of the woodwork. Like, you get messages from people going, I listen to you every week on 100 Not Out, and you've never heard of them before. And it's actually really cool. It's really beautiful. There's something, I put it in a post last night. There's something mysterious about the power of a book. A podcast does have mysterious power as well, because you don't know who's listening. One of the best things about being a listener of podcasts is you don't have to opt in. You don't have to give your email address. You don't have to tell them anything about you. You can just listen. But I really have enjoyed, I think maybe it's even a bit exacerbated by the COVID world, that I haven't had anywhere near as much contact with people over the last 12 or 18 months. So, and I'm not much of a poster on social, but I am forcing myself is not the right word. I just have John DeMartini in the back of my head going, share your love and advice, share your love and advice on social media, share your love and advice, share your love and advice. So I'm going on social to share my love, my gratitude, and my insights. So I probably wouldn't use the term advice, but I would go and share my insights. And I've become quite overwhelmed with gratitude over the past, particularly 24 hours, with people sending me messages and screenshots of the book in their hand and their excitement, and even mentors. Like, there's a lady, Di Coleman. Now, Di Coleman is married to a chiropractor, Gary Coleman. And when Sarah was a wee tot, when Sarah was a child, Sarah's mum and dad took Sarah and the kids, Ash and Chris, to Gary Coleman, chiropractor in Traralgon. And that upbringing in chiropractic really led Sarah eventually to become a chiropractor. And that was, 1999 when Sarah started chiropractic. I finished school in 98. Anyway, I finished school. Anyway, Sarah became a chiropractor. We fell in love. I fell in love with a chiropractor. And then I met Gary and Di Coleman through the Wellness Couch, and Damien Christoph, my great brother from another mother, used to work with Gary and Di Coleman in Traralgon as well. And then Di sends me a picture on the weekend of her reading the book. And, that is a story, almost 40 years in the making, and I'm only 39. But, that is a story. Sarah's 42 in July. That is a story that spans, multiple generations and the rest. Anyway, I'm getting so off track here. Doing gratitude and being grateful. Again, I was feeling it last night. I was feeling grateful. I was doing gratitude by posting about it on social media. Here's just a couple of random notes for you to just think about. Page 253 of the book. Gratitude is one of the most common themes of prayer. Being grateful is encouraged in many religions as a noble character trait and has been a key pillar of philosophy since ancient times. And then what I've gone to say is at the turn of the 21st century, gratitude has risen in popular culture to such an extent that it became the subject of much study to its emotional and therapeutic benefits. Now, there are 3 tests. If you like to do stuff and just test out how grateful you are. Look, to be honest, I did do these tests as part of research for the book. It is a little bit titillating. You kind of like it. It's kind of nice to go, how gratitude am I? How grateful am I according to the research or to the universities that make this study? I have put links to this in the book. If you have the book, you'll see links to it all. You can Google it as well. 3 of the most referenced gratitude tests are the GQ6 test. That's GQ6 test. The GRAT assessment, G-R-A-T assessment, and the appreciation scale. They are all quick and easy to complete. If you want to go online, just Google GQ6 test, the GRAT assessment, or the appreciation scale. There are links. If you've got the book, go to page 254. You'll see a link there. You can go there, and the links are all there. It's a lot easier just to do that. But I do think we've forgotten conveniently that it's more of an art to be grateful to people than to sit in your quiet room at night and be grateful in your diary. Like, are you grateful when you get your coffee and you say thank you to the barista? It's a lot like meditation. Like, doing meditation is a lot easier than being meditative throughout the day. Doing gratitude for 5 minutes in a journal is a lot easier than being grateful throughout the day. So are you grateful when it's hard to be grateful? Are you grateful, when it's easy to be grateful, but you get a little bit busy, you're caught up? Do you wave in the car to strangers, or are you like constantly calling people names? Do you give people a chop out? Are you just graceful and grateful throughout your daily life? Are you smiling? Are you saying thank you? These are just the being grateful components of life that we often forget when we're busy, stressed, rushed, and carrying on. So, I found it difficult to be grateful during the week. Not that I wasn't, but just I found myself in a pace that was finding it hard. I was dropping off some books at my local cafe, and Sal, who's a wonderful lady, she's been so supportive, and she was always I'd keep her updated with the progress of the book. And when you say you're writing a book and you don't have the book in front of you, it really sounds like you're never going to write the book. But I was telling Sal, like, yes, the book's coming. I promise you it's coming. She's like, come on, Marcus. And I brought the box of books in, and she was so excited for me, like more excited for me than I was. I was like, here, I'll sit here and I'll sign these books and I'll have a coffee and then I'll pop the books up on the shelf. And there you go. Thanks for your support, guys. And Scott at Mrs. Birdie's, he was all like, whoa. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Woohoo. Yay. And I just was really struggling to be grateful. And not that I wasn't. I was just so, I don't know if the word is ramped up, but it was just a big week darting around. So I did find it difficult. And I say that because I think we could all agree, like, you could have really cool stuff happening, but it's not easy to gracefully and gratefully go through it, whether that's, your kid's first day of school. Like, it's an epic day. It's fabulous. It's exciting. It's a wonderful phase of life, but it's filled with drama and all this stuff. And so, yes. Anyway, I think a Facebook user, which is often Alistair Mills, says that's a lot of books to sign. It has been a great week of book signing. Someone said, have you done this? A few, about 340 of those books I'm yet to sign. One's a bulk order of 200 and one's a bulk order of 140 books. So I probably signed about 400 books last week, which was quite doable, knowing that about 200 of them were done in the dark hours of the night and the early morning, but the rest were done, just when I wanted to chop out in the middle of the day. So 2:45 p.m. is the drop-off point at Brunswick Heads Post Office. So I can do it. I've got about 30 or 40 books to sign today, and I'm going to do that over lunch. That's Pete Lennon. Good work, Pete. Thanks for your support, Pete. I loved your post. Even Pete could tell that I was not in my most grateful time, because Pete sent me an image. He had this beautiful aha moment when the books arrived. It was like sunset. He sent me a photo, like the sun setting over the book, and it looked really nice. And all I could see was that in the post, a little corner of the book had been folded back. And Pete, I think he might have actually dropped an F-bomb. I think he might have done, for F's sake, what is going on? What was the exact message? Let's see if I can find it. Or maybe I did it over audio. Did I say something? He said, oh, F off. It's a paperback. He's kind of like, stop crying over spilt milk. I'm seeing messages from the divine and you're seeing bent covers. That's kind of how I was last week. I was a little bit stuck on bent covers, and Pete is sending me beautiful images saying that's the distant sound of heralding. He's all these supporters and champions of my work, and I'm getting caught up on bent covers. So I think I'm over that now. I think I'm over the hump of being caught on bent covers, and I'm enjoying the groundswell of support that you're all giving the book and the message, and then to another extent me. I'm eternally grateful for that. So grateful that I've even forgotten to put up the title of today's live. And I do have intentions of turning this into a daily podcast as well for people that miss out on the Facebook Live, calling it a Your Exceptional Day. That hasn't quite happened yet, but I am at peace with the fact that we will all die with a to-do list for tomorrow. And I have a list for tomorrow and beyond that's quite large still, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm all right with it. So I thank all of you for helping me to be all right with it. If you have not purchased your copy yet, again, one of the things I haven't done yet is added a small delivery fee to the book. Just another thing on the to-do list for tomorrow. So at the moment, if you haven't got your book yet and you want it, you can still get it with free delivery. And a couple of people from Europe may have got that as well, and I'll just do it because that's the kind of guy I am. I'm very happy to send it anywhere at the moment. I'm very grateful for your support, and I will, just like I have to take pre-order off a number of things as well, like an email signature and maybe the website. That will all happen as well. If anyone knows where I can get a bit of help, I really need some help now with some of these things. If anyone knows where I can get some help, shoot me an email, drop me a line, send me a message. Love and hugs to you all, guys. Mwah. Appreciate you. Page 253, 254, if gratitude, being grateful, doing gratitude is either a challenge or something that you want to work more on, it's all in the book. It's in the spirit section. And I thank you for your love and support. Have a wonderful day, folks. And until next time, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. Bye.